and another very warm welcome to Food for Freedom podcast. My name's Niamh and I am Fuel for Freedom on Instagram and TikTok, and I talk all things food freedom, mindset towards food freedom, all things perspective shifts, all things recovery, basically all food struggles. I'm going to be your best friend that helps you see past them, helps you rewire your brain, helps you become the person who is free around food. So that's me, a little warm welcome if you are new here. And to those of you who are not new here, welcome back again. It's another week, can you believe it? So I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you like to do when you put me on to yap into your ear, but I'm all beveraged up. I've got my 2 drinks here. I've actually got cherry sparkling water dash. I don't know if you've heard of it. My boyfriend actually put me on to this. These are for the sparkling water people, the people who love a bit of sparkling water. This actually has flavour. So this is the lime one. Very refreshing for my sparkling water lovers. Love a bit of San Pelli. Anyway, enough of me waffling. I've got my trusty notepad here full of some good sauce to give you guys today. I hope your week has been lovely. If it hasn't been, I'm very sorry to hear it, but I want to send you, before listening through to this one, a lot of love, a lot of strength, a lot of positive vibes to you, because we're on this journey together. We are going to get you there. Of course we are. That's why I'm sat here with my big notepad with lots and lots of sauce to give you. I do plan these episodes with a lot of thought, because I think to myself, right, Niamh, get your arse in gear. What we're going to tell everyone today, because I can't tell you the amount of support. Honestly, it literally like blows me away, and it's like you don't realise how many people are silently watching you talk to the world about food freedom, and like the messages I receive like blow me away. And I just feel so incredibly grateful for people to message me about how much my podcast has helped them, and yeah, I'm just so grateful. So thank you. I'm so happy that my words have managed to help people see things differently. I'm so glad that my words have managed to make some sort of difference, and that is the only thing that I wanted going into this. Like, I made a promise with myself that I will always focus on helping. The goal will always be helping. How can I help the people today? What can I say to them today? And it's going amazing, in the sense of I never thought so many people would care to hear what I have to say, and apparently they do. So if you are not going to believe in yourself, that is proof for you to believe in yourself, because that stupid voice in my head told me no one's going to care what you have to say, Niamh. No one's going to care what you have to say, Niamh. But they do. So yeah, so grateful for that. So today I am I'm going to be discussing one of the things that I probably get messaged and asked about one of the most times, and that is about recovery bloating, body changing. And I'll tell you what people mostly say is like, is this normal? Is this like supposed to happen? Is this like it just happens, and then I want to go back to square one, and I just can't do it, I can't face it, all of their messages. So this is going to be me helping you deal with the thought of bloating, the thought of bad body image issues, and the discomfort, and just I'm going to give you, hopefully, some reassurance and a new way to look at things, as always I want to do. And as always, this is not a replacement for any medical help, medical advice, any professional care. This is me solely sharing some things that I think can be helpful to help reassure you, keep you on your journey, and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And I will always recommend that you do seek medical advice when you are dealing with eating disorders and struggling with food. So the first thing that I wanted to say about bloating and recovery tummy and dealing with gut issues and all of those side effects and whatnot that go on in recovery. And I also want to say, before I go into any of this, no matter what stage you are at with your food struggles, whether you are just starting out and you are underweight and you are having to gain weight and go through recovery in that sense, or you feel like you are not underweight and you are starting recovery and you are worried about bloating and weight gain as well and the things that come with that, whatever stage you are at with your food struggles, there is no certain place you need to be in order for this information to not resonate with you. And what I'm saying is, every single body, every single person who is going through food struggles, your struggle is valid, and some things might relate to you and some might not. That does not mean you are any less struggling. That does not mean you are any less valid. Everything that I share is shared for everyone who struggles with food. And like I said, you take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I always need you to know that your struggle is valid no matter what stage you're at. So if I talk about some things and they don't resonate with you, do not take that as a sign that you are not struggling enough or that you are not worthy of recovery. You are always worthy of recovery, no matter what stage you're at. If you have a bad relationship with food, you are always worth having a good relationship with food. So let's jump into it. So many people, when they first start coming out of restriction and recovery and eating more, they will notice bloating and they will notice, maybe some different gut issues. Let's just quickly summarize the first question people ask. Is this normal? It is extremely normal, and the way I'm going to explain it is extremely normal. And like I said, no matter what stage you are at, if you are coming out of restriction, your body will bloat. Going through malnutrition and restriction is a huge deal for your body. It's a state that your body is never meant to be put through. So being put through that is massive. It's a very big deal, but coming out of it is also a very big deal. Your body's had to go into some sort of state that it's not meant to go in a survival response to restriction, to not enough fuel coming in, to not enough, it can't function properly when it's not being fueled. So your body has to do whatever it can to try and maintain itself. So then when you are fueling yourself again and it's unexpected, and because all your body expects is restriction and not fueling yourself, there are going to be some changes. A big part of bloating is water retention, and this is a really hard stage which a lot of people will experience, because bloating typically is water retention, and water retention is your body trying to rehydrate itself. It is completely normal. So this is where a lot of people panic as well. So when you are eating more, and you are eating a lot more than normal, because obviously you're going into recovery, you're coming out of restriction, water weight can pile on quickly, and water retention is stored unlike food is stored, so it can get stored a lot quicker, and it gets stored differently as food does. And this is why your weight can go up really quickly when you first start eating more. And then of course, this is the part that I really want to focus on, that voice in your head takes that as a sign of, oh, we've really done something bad here, like we're out of control, see, you shouldn't have done that, see, you've messed up, see, you're gaining weight, see, you're doing the one thing that you shouldn't have done, now look at what's happening, you've let yourself go. All of them thoughts that come in with this bloat about how horrible you look and how big you've gotten, and overnight it's physically not possible for you to gain weight that quickly. So the voice is going to be telling you that you have gained a ton of weight overnight with the bloating, and it really is physically impossible for that to happen overnight. It is just water retention. It's your body reacting to trying to rehydrate itself, and it's a normal part of recovery. It is normal if you think you haven't been eating for a long time properly. So when you are eating, your body is going to change. It's going to have to do things to be able to work out what's actually happening. I don't want to cover too much of the sciencey, medically stuff of this. These are just common facts about what recovery is, and it's just important that you do know it is normal, because it's a point where people want to relapse, and this is where people do relapse, because it's like the voice is so overpowering, because you are facing gaining weight, not in the way you think, but you are gaining weight, water weight, and that really, really quickly in your body, because your body is responding. And it's like the voice is going to make you want to relapse, because it's everything that you promised the voice you'd never do. It's everything that you are against. It's everything that you fear. And this is really important to know, that the bloating is a normal part, because if you choose to see through the bloating, you've already leveled up on the voice in your head, and you are already one step closer to that food freedom. And it's a very, very hard step to get past, because you think you're abnormal, you think you're different, you think that the bloating is okay for everyone else, but for you it means weight gain. And it's like, it doesn't. You have, think of it as a step in order to level up. You know when you play Mario Kart or whatever, I don't know, what's Mario Kart, what, Super Mario Bros or something, like you have to fight Bowser. I'm so sorry if you've never played Super Mario Bros. Such a good game. But when you get to the end of the level and you've got to have like that standoff with Bowser, and it's like Bowser's like the voice basically saying like, I want to see if you actually mean what you're doing. I want to see if you actually mean that you are going to stand up to me and you're going to get past me, and you have to, proper fight Bowser. And I always manage to fight Bowser in those games, so it's not impossible. You just have to prove that you can fight to Bowser, and once you get past Bowser in those games, you get through to the next level, you get through to the next thing. And it doesn't mean once you get past bloating all your problems are going to go away and all the thoughts are going to go away. It doesn't mean that, but it is a one humongous step to getting your food freedom self back, because facing bloating feels like the one thing that you are wired against. This weight gain, this sudden body change, like that feels like you have completely fucked up because of the voice makes you believe that. And to get past that, so incredibly brave, and so like such an achievement, but it's so worthwhile as well. Like it will feel horrible, and it will feel like you want to relapse. I'm going to be honest, it really does feel like that. But you have to think about, do you really want to let the slight discomfort create a future decision for you? So the slight discomfort of bloating, you can't tell you how long it will last, but you can push through that for your future decision of food freedom. But are you going to let the discomfort make a decision of you losing your food freedom self? And another harsh truth that you have to understand is you are going to have to face bloating one day if you ever want to heal your relationship with food. No matter what time you choose to heal your relationship with food, you will always have to face bloating of some extent, because you are changing the foods you are eating. You are changing the amount of foods you are eating. Bloating, I'm recovered now, and bloating is a normal thing. I've just been to afternoon tea and I had more scones and cakes than I did lunch. Like proper, like substantial savoury lunch bits. And I was eating like sausage rolls. I had more cakes. I have such a sweet tooth. But I'm going to be bloated now because that's different to my everyday kind of foods, and I've probably eaten a bit more than normal, whatever, today. But my body knows what it's doing. I can trust my body. And that's what you have to constantly say to yourself. You can literally speak to yourself like voice. I know you are trying to keep me safe from the bloating feeling because it's different and it's unfamiliar to what we are used to. But this is the thing that I need to do in order to find my food freedom self. You can just find a nice saying that you can just repeat yourself in calm moments when that voice wants to come up and creep up. And when you look at yourself or catch yourself and you don't like what you see, you remind yourself, temporary discomfort for a lifetime of food freedom. So I'm going to quickly talk about some other tummy troubles that people might have, and it can be anything like gas, bloating, indigestion, diarrhea. There are lots of different symptoms, and you have to understand that these are all things that are happening because the body is starting to repair itself. So if you think for a while you have been restricting, you haven't been giving your body the fuel it needs to function, to do things properly. So things change, things are going to change. And then when you do suddenly start refueling yourself and refeeding yourself, your body needs some time to undergo these repairs. It needs to start using this fuel to start repairing itself. So things are going to change, things are going to temporarily change, and you are going to have some symptoms. You can feel sometimes as well extremely full, but then really quickly start feeling hungry again. Like there's so many symptoms and it's different for everyone, but you have to know that your body has been through quite a hard time with restriction and underfueling. So when it is undergoing repair, it needs a little bit of time. And these are just signs that it is going back into repair. The one thing that you need to be so clear on and so strong about is that if these signs happen and these symptoms happen and they feel so uncomfortable. Another one, is bad belly pains. I definitely know that bad belly pains is one, and just a lot of pain. But I also recommend that you also reach out to medical help if you are experiencing pain, etc., of course. But I want you to know that you're not alone in these feelings. So as I was saying, the one thing you need to be so strong about is that no matter the symptoms, no matter the signs, you have to continue eating, continue constantly fueling yourself, because you need to train the system up. The more you just pull back and restrict from the symptoms, you are prolonging the recovery, you are prolonging retraining the system up, you are prolonging the symptoms lasting longer. So remember the route you are on, remember these signs are normal. Maybe thank the voice for trying to protect you. Thank your brain if you don't want to thank the voice, because the voice is really annoying. Thank your brain for saying, hey brain, thank you for protecting me. You're really confused at the moment and I know I need to do this for myself. Yes, I do feel really uncomfortable. Yes, my feelings are extremely valid. But this is normal and I have to do this for myself, and I'm choosing to do this for myself. And I'm going to keep reminding myself that, and I'm going to keep eating, because I need to retrain my body and I need to build this trust again with my body that I want to change now. So anything like this, bloating or anything, can happen with anyone who has been in eating restriction cycles. So I don't want anyone to feel like, sorry, I just need to turn off this aircon in this car because I'm freezing. I put the aircon on and now I'm too cold. It's super normal for anyone to experience these, and you can experience these at any stage that you are in as well if you have been through sort of restriction and severe eating. And I never would want you to feel unvalid based on wherever you are in your struggles, because everyone's struggle is valid. It always will be, and that's why I share what I do, because eating disorders are so much more than a size and a stereotype. So I got you. Going into the next part now is I'm going to talk to you about why the discomfort of the changes of everything can just feel so emotionally big and just so hard. Probably one of the hardest battles to face. So typically when you are going through these changes, sort of things that can like make people want to relapse and cause these feelings of panic and like you're doing it wrong and that you don't deserve recovery, are things like your clothes not fitting anymore, like things starting to feel a bit tighter, your stomach is fuller, you're feeling like heavier as you walk around, you're feeling fuller, like you're feeling uncomfortable, or even like just feeling like you're in unfamiliar territory, like you feel like you're somewhere you shouldn't be. Your brain is registering this as danger. It fits, so like a tight waistband, your brain doesn't know the difference between that and danger. Like it's registering as danger, and it's sending panic alarms like, oh fuck, we shouldn't be here, we shouldn't be doing this is everything we're against, we need to make them sort the shit out so that we don't have to go through these feelings. And it's like they are just the wrong signals that are being sent. Your brain's going to use it as a proof of lack of control, proof that things are going wrong, proof that you need to get back and start again Monday. You need to go diet. You need to go back to your eating disorder because things are going wrong, and it's so far from the truth. It is simply a reaction to danger, what your brain perceives as danger anyway. So what's happening is your brain is translating the things as your body is changing equals I've gone too far, I've eaten too much, or bloating is I've done something wrong, or feeling full is oh you've overdone it, you're out of control. Clothes feeling tighter is you need to go back and start again next week. And it's like these physical changes that are happening, it's your brain is freaking out about what they mean about you, not what they actually are. So your jeans and clothes getting tighter, right, might be to do with bloating, might be to do with like the slow weight gain that you are getting from, going into recovery and stuff. Your brain uses that as proof that it's danger, proof that you've messed up, proof that things are going wrong. But that's only because your brain has assigned that meaning to it. It's not true. The real proof that tight waistband is, or any of the things that I've just mentioned, is proof you have the strength to cure yourself from a mental illness that has one of the highest mortality rates. Like, that's what it's proof for. It's proof that you are an extremely, extremely strong human being to even be able to choose recovery for yourself. It is proof that extra weight, that extra bloating, that extra feeling of fullness is you taking one step into a life that you deserve, a life that you can live, a life where you will finally be free of a voice that is ruining and destroying your life. So it's so easy to panic, and because it's all we're wired. No one blames you for that. It's how we're wired with this illness. It's like we truly believe that if we look in the mirror and we have this bloated belly, fuck, we're different. We're an exception. Like, this isn't right for us. You're doing it wrong. This shouldn't be happening for you. And it's like that. You need to catch that thought out. And I know it's hard. Trust me. I always say it. I know it's hard. God, it frustrates me because I'm like, oh, but you need to interrupt the thought, and you need to remind yourself who the fuck you are. Like, the tight waistband. I've just given you all the proof of what that is. Feeling fuller. It's proof that you have allowed yourself food for the longest time. For once in the longest time. Do you understand how amazing that is? This illness is wired to keep us away from food. This illness is wired to make sure that we stay away from it. And you have let yourself feel full. It's insane. It's so insane, and there is not enough credit given, because it's a mental illness. Food and anorexia. It's a mental illness, and it's like, that is so incredibly hard when every fibre of your human body believes that you should not be eating. You have chosen to go through these feelings. You have chosen to choose this for yourself. It's incredible. And you have to, I don't care how many times you listen to this, okay? I don't care. I want you to listen to this whenever you are struggling with bloating, symptoms, anything like that, and you want to relapse so hard. I'm right here telling you, this is temporary discomfort that you need to go through, and one day you will be able to look at it from my point of view, and you will accept your body however it is, because you will know really how far you have come to even get here. It's amazing. Another really important thing you need to be aware of is is when you are going through these stages, you are going to be very hyper aware of your body. You are going to be waiting for changes. You are going to be thinking, like, because you know you're going into a state of recovering, like expecting weight gain, expecting bloating, going through bloating, you are going to be very hyper focused on your body, because it's like you're surrendering, and you know what's coming, and it's the one thing you've dreaded. So you're going to be very hyper aware of your body. And when you're hyper aware of something, your brain turns up the volume of every single sensation. Like I said, the tight waistband, feeling full, all of those sensations. Your brain's turned up the sensation, and everything's going to feel very overwhelming. Everything's going to feel very overstimulating, because it's like you're hyper aware, and these are all signs of things as your brain believes is doing it wrong. You have to give yourself a little bit of kindness during this phase, because you are going to be sensory overloaded. You are going to be pissed off a little bit. You're going to be going through emotions. You are going to be facing new scary changes whilst processing your old belief system. So everything you believe around food, you are going to be processing whilst facing these scary new changes. But before that, you were only thinking about scary changes, but you are going to be facing scary changes. By the way, aren't even that scary. Your brain just makes you believe that they're scary because it wants to keep you stuck. Side note. But yeah, so you have to give yourself some grace. Like, you really are choosing yourself, and you're choosing a very, very hard thing to do, and you're putting yourself first, and you're facing scary changes that you feel like you never could have faced whilst processing your old beliefs. Like, it's uncomfortable, but you have to be aware that that is why you might feel a bit moody, why you might feel panicked, why you might feel overwhelmed, why you feel like you just can't do it anymore, everything's getting too much and it's just too... No, you have to remember you are brainwashed by a voice, by a mental illness, and you are going to be uncomfortable at some points, but you have to remember the brighter picture on the other side. It's all part of it. It's all temporary. Do not let a temporary discomfort make a future decision for you. The way I like to think of it, okay, is a borrowed suit. Okay, so if my dad said to me, Niamh, you have to wear this suit for however long, and if I told you wear this suit On the other end of this suit is going to be, okay, I would want... okay, on the other end of that suit, if you go out in the suit, you walk around in the suit, you do everything in the suit, and on the other side of this suit, there is a world of people without food fear. And everyone who has food fear is cured. Anyone with eating disorders are cured. Fuck me, I'd change in that suit and I'd wear it for a fucking lifetime. Anyway, if he said that, I'd get that suit on. I'd walk around in that suit. It's uncomfortable, doesn't fit right, doesn't feel right, doesn't feel like me. But all I know, and why I've agreed to that suit, is between me and my dad, and a meaning. And I know I'd wear that suit like that. If that was the promise, I would wear that suit like that for however long it took. And I wouldn't care about anything else other than the reason I have set out to wear this suit. And it's temporary. The life that I want, the goal that I want, is on the other end of wearing this suit. So if you think of it of this borrowed suit, you're going to have to go through temporary discomfort, temporary bloating, body changes that you might feel severe, that you might really not like. But on the other end of it is one step closer to food freedom. Surely that's your biggest dream, right? If you're listening here, you want nothing more than food freedom for yourself. You probably wish you could just wake up and not think about food. But if someone said it, imagine, right, if you are here and I said to you, you will have food freedom in X amount of time if you just go through X amount of weeks of temporary discomfort, which is normal, but then your body works out and knows what it's doing, and you'll be happy because you'll be able to rewire your brain, because you'll be fuller and you'll be happier in yourself, and you'll see things with different fueled eyes, and everything will just work out. So if you knew that everything was going to work out in the end, but the only thing you had to go through was temporary discomfort, that, can I just say, no one would ever pick up on, like they would a suit, let me just say that, surely you would do that. But it's only because it's the unknown and the unfamiliar that your brain panics, because it doesn't know how you will cope. It doesn't know what... It only knows what the meaning that you've given to it, which makes you feel like you'll be worthless. People will hate you. People will notice. People will judge you. You won't be the same. You don't matter. All of those things are the meaning you've assigned that come with weight gain. So that's why your brain doesn't want to see through it, because it's uncertain of what's going to happen. But if I gave you the certainty that this is by far a huge, important, amazing step to you finding your food freedom self, and you have to wear this temporary suit and go through these temporary things, you do it, surely. So you have to think of it like that. Surely Niamh can't be lying to me. Why would I lie to you? I've already said that before in an episode. Think of it like that. It is temporary discomfort, just like my temporary suit. But there is a big goal and a big achievement on the other end of that. You really have to think to yourself and get clear. Is the comfort of a flat stomach worth the discomfort of a restricted life? Think about it. Everything that you have to do for this flat stomach that actually never ever makes you happy, can I say? The goalpost always moves. Is that constantly chasing that worth the restricted life, the rules, the rigidness, the voice, the frustration, the missing out? What is your life? What is our life if we are tied to our body weight and our size? I haven't got the flattest stomach. I have a stomach now. It's not flat. It never has been flat, because that's my structure. It's my build. I'm not going to spend any more time chasing a perfect stomach thing that I want, this picture in my brain that I want, and dealing with that again, ever. It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. And the life that you can live outside of the struggle, no flat stomach is worth missing out. No flat stomach. Like I said, don't let a temporary physical sensation make a permanent decision for your future life, for your future happiness. There is a reason that your brain is screaming at you whilst chasing a flat stomach. You're not supposed to be chasing it. You're not supposed to be there. Your body's screaming at you to listen, and you have to listen. You have to be on your body's side, because your body is going to be the thing that takes you through recovery. It's still going to be on your side after everything. Bless our bodies. After everything that we put it through, and that's not our fault, it's the mental illness, it still sticks by our side through recovery. It still brings us through recovery. It still takes us on our journeys, and I just think that is amazing, and we need to be looking after it, and we need to say this is our little apology to our bodies, even though it's not our fault. It's the best we can do, you know? So it wouldn't be an episode with Niamh of Food for Freedom, would it, if I wasn't giving you some sort of perspective shifts? And these are things that are gonna help you on your bad body image days and the days that you do struggle to see yourself. But I do want to give you a few little tips about what I found helpful when I was dealing with bloating or hating my body and just having to see through it and trust the process and whatever. Wear comfy clothes. Like I said, you want to be staying away from those feelings that make your brain feel like you are doing something wrong, that you need to go back to relapsing or anything like that. You want to wear looser clothes, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Anything that brings you comfort, you wear. Anything that makes you feel like not restricted, not overstimulated, not like, just get off. Do you know what I mean? I wear some things like, and sometimes I just feel so overstimulated. Like I just think I want to rip my arms off, and I just think, oh. So you need to make sure you're wearing comfy clothes. And a number 2 massive tip, keep eating. And I know that sounds really, really fucking annoying, and really annoying, like, because it's not me saying, you know, for uneducated people just saying, well, just eat. It's coming from a place of experience of, I promise you, it is the medicine, and it feels like the thing that isn't the medicine, but it's the medicine and the thing that's going to keep you getting strong through recovery, keep showing your brain that you mean you're trying to recover, because the moment that you pull back is the moment that your brain's like, you remember that big Bowser, like, yeah, fuck you, you didn't actually mean what you were saying, I've got the power now, and I'm going to make you do this and that, and I'm going to still keep you here on this level. And it's like, you cannot level up until you know that food is fuel, and food is the medicine in this case. So just keep fueling, keep retraining your system, keep showing your system you mean it. And that is definitely another big tip as well. Another tip I would say is speaking openly to people who you trust. Telling them how you feel. Mum, I'm feeling really uncomfortable today. I'm in a lot of pain today, Mum. I think I need to see someone today, Mum, for my pain. Like, anything, speak up. Speak up. No one wants you suffering alone. No one wants you going through these things alone. So please, please, please always speak up as well and talk about how you are feeling. So perspective shift 1 I want to give you is, just because your body feels uncomfortable does not mean it is the decision maker. So you cannot let your voice tell you in your head that you're uncomfortable, so you fucked up. You have let yourself go. You've gotten massive overnight. You need to go back. You need to do this. You need to go do that. You know all of the things that voice will be telling you. You need to know that that is not the decision maker. It is just your brain reacting to what it thinks is danger, what it thinks you are doing wrong. It's not the decision maker. So many people out there let those feelings and those thoughts become the reality and the thing that they need to react to, and the discomfort being something that they need to fix, and it's not. The temporary discomfort should not decide whether you get to keep moving forward and keep choosing freedom or go back and stay stuck. It should not be the thing that decides that. You have decided you are choosing recovery. So you know there's going to be some temporary discomfort, but you, as your food freedom self, have the rights to say, thank you for trying to keep me safe, but I need to do this for myself. I need to do this for my recovery. Another one I want to give you is that a changing body, or your body changing or seeing things differently as to how you expected, is not a proof of failing. It's not a proof of messing up. It's not a proof that you need to go back. You need to understand that a body that is changing in order to bring you to your next stage of life, to your freedom self of life, to the light, your life adapting, your body is adapting with it, and this is the body you need in order to take you through these next amazing things. Like a body that is no longer controlled by a voice. Like, are you kidding me? It's like, of course, bring that body through. Like, I need it. That's the energy that you need to be having. Like, you have to think, you cannot be mean to your body changing, because your body changing is a sign that you are finally finding that power and strengthening yourself to cure, to escape from this mental illness. Like, how amazing is that? And like, how amazing will it be to say, like, you have survived a mental illness that has one of the highest mortality rates? Do you understand how like, I will take any body that I get that means I can have another extra day on this earth. Seeing life now after being through something so insane and so life changing and so life threatening, like, I want all my days back that I missed out on, and I'll take whatever body I'm in. And if it means, like, today I went for afternoon tea, gorgeous, loads of cakes on the table. I had scone, I had some school cake with sprinkles on, I had some sausage rolls, like, I had quiche, everything like that. Like, those are the moments I'm like, oh my god, I can actually, like, this body that I'm in now, like, I'm so okay with it now, because it's the body that allows me to take part in those things, and I'm okay with it. And it's like, if I was chasing this perfect flat stomach body all the time, I wouldn't be able to do that. Because it's like, your mind is then wired to say that these things are bad, and that you can't be eating like that. And it's like, though, my body now, how I am, and if my body didn't change, I wouldn't be able to be here talking to you about this. Like, you have to realise your body changing is changing as your life is expanding. Your body changing is changing as your life is expanding. Like, you are about to go to some serious places, like, and you need to trust that body's going to take you there. And these feelings, these sudden big changes, these things that you are seeing in the mirror are temporary. Everything will balance out. Everything will go where it needs to go. Everything, your body needs time to repair. Your body needs time to find out what it needs to do with this extra weight, where it needs to go, where it needs to distribute. But the first weight you gain is always around the organs. So you need to know that your body's doing that. And that is, your body's going to be saved. Like, how amazing. Your body's going to be saved. And then it will know exactly what it needs to do with it. Your body knows more than you do. Your body knows more than you do. I repeat, your body knows more than you do. Your body knows more than you do. We are just brainwashed to think we know more than we do. Like, we're humans. Like, we've been put on this planet to just live. Like, we're not supposed to be understanding what we do and how to control our body. It's not a thing. It's an aesthetic that we have learned to feel like we need. Sorry for the clanging. I need a drink. And another one is, bad body image days are a state. They're not the truth. They're how you feel. It's how you feel. You're looking at yourself and you feel like shit. That dictates your mood. That's a state. It's not the truth. You don't look like shit. You look like someone that's proven that they can take their life back. You look like someone that's brave. No one can actually see what you are seeing. It's all through your head. Your brain will always see what you believe. What's that saying? The mirror never smiles first. Or something. You have to look in the mirror and see yourself, and I'm not going to say love yourself, because that's kind of impossible when you're going through this, because it would just be fake for me to say that, oh, you're going to look in the mirror and you need to tell yourself you love yourself through this. No, but there are ways that you can look at yourself and say, okay, I feel uncomfortable, I don't particularly like what I see, but I'm trusting the process. I'm trusting that I'm going to wear this suit for a little bit. I know that things are going to balance out. The more I show my body I can trust it, the more I let myself eat and not compensate, the more I let my body rebuild itself back up. I know it's going to do what I want. You're not an exception. You are not going to be stuck in a place that you think you're going to be stuck at. Your body will work with you, and it knows more than you do. It's a state. If you see yourself and you hate yourself some days, you are not seeing your body accurately. You are seeing your body through your old wiring belief. You are seeing your body through the voice's eyes. You are seeing your body through control. You are seeing your body through an old wiring system. And you need to see your body through that lens of, I'm recovering. I'm not going to beat myself up over my body. I've beat myself up enough. I'm letting my body do its thing. Everyone who has recovered are happy with recovery. You can be the exact same. It's a hard process. It's a tiring process. It's mentally draining. But you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, I've got no doubt. I've got no doubt. The last one, and I am saying this with chest, and I've been saying all of these with chest, but this is with extra chest. The person that you want to be, who is free around food, who has a life of freedom, is built in these hard days. And I've made a video about this, okay? The version of you that is free around food is not built on the days where you are counting every calorie, controlled, rules, restrictions. Although that voice in your head makes you believe that that's where food freedom is built, that's where you'll finally feel free when you finally get to that body size. Oh, like, did you notice that it never let you be happy? It never let you find food freedom because the goalpost always moves. It's the trap of the voice. Anyway, The version of you who's free run food is built on the days that you turn up and it's uncomfortable. You turn up and you keep showing yourself that you are allowed food. You deserve food, and this is part of the process. Keep eating. Do not pull back after discomfort. Do not pull back to old rules. Do not compensate. Do not burn. Even if you are convincing yourself that you are doing exercise because you want to, bunny marks, because you want to, but you know you're doing it for compensating, if ever in doubt, don't do it. Don't do it. If you feel like you are punishing yourself for food, there is no exception. If you know you are compensating or punishing or beating yourself up, ground yourself. Thank you, brain, for trying to make me do these things to keep me safe, but you are wrong. You are trying to keep me safe in the wrong way. I need to do this for myself. I want to show myself I am capable, I am deserving, and I can do this. I also want to be clear, though, that if there are days that you really struggle and it genuinely feels impossible and you feel like you have messed up or you have done sort of an old behaviour and stuff, do not beat yourself up, because it's always what you do after the little blip is what matters. So you can't let a blip turn into a whole full-blown relapse, okay? Because blips are allowed to happen, you're only human. But whatever you do after the blip, you pick yourself back up, give yourself a tap on the shoulder, say, it's okay, we all have bad days, let's get up and go, girl. Let's get up and go. You've got this, you've got this. You can literally talk to yourself like that, like your own best friend, because you need to pick. What would you do with your friend? You wouldn't let that, you wouldn't send them back into, you wouldn't send them back and say, look, you failed, you need to start from the beginning, you need to go back, prove yourself first and then do it. No, you would say, right, bad days happen, you are so strong, I believe in you, get up, girl, we're carrying on our way, we can do this. So I want to say, coming up to a little close on this topic, but like I said from the beginning, you are always going to have to deal with the discomfort of recovery. The symptoms, the body image issues, all of those things, it's all part of it. You're rewiring your belief system, and that's hard, okay? But if I can say one thing to anyone, and I hope that this reaches at least one person to help them choose it sooner if they haven't yet, or give them a reason to stay on their journey and their recovery journey, is please, please, please do not wait until you feel you are thin enough, small enough, deserving enough, sick enough, crazy enough, drained enough, exhausted enough. Please don't wait. The sooner you speak up, the sooner people can help. The sooner people around you can help you, the sooner you can be on your way to food freedom, the sooner you can start your journey, the sooner you can go through the symptoms, the sooner you can finish them, the sooner your body can trust you again. Your body's begging for you to do it. Like, please do not wait until the day that you feel ready to recover, that you feel ready to face these things, because that day will never come. The brain is a scary place, and you are so deserving of finding food freedom, finding help, finding strength, finding who you are without food control. Please, please don't wait till you feel you are good enough to recover. The goal with recovery, alongside many other goals, is self-leadership, because for so long you have had your control taken away from you by a voice. You feel like you're in control, but you're not in control, and you want your self-leadership back. You want to be able to speak for yourself. You want to be the one in control, and that will feel so empowering. And that goal is bigger than just letting a bad body image day ruin it for you. You want to be the one, right, who on bad body image days can say, okay, yeah, feel like shit today, but is what it is. Like, I'm still choosing to eat. I'm still choosing to do this for myself. I'm still choosing that. That might seem very far off you now, but for example, what I mean by that is, now, one of my things that came from me from recovery and a big goal to get was self-leadership, me being back in control. When I have bad body image days, I do anything to distract myself from my body, and I don't let myself restrict, because I think, Niamh, if you restrict, you are going to go back to your rules, and it's going to feel controlling, and, you know, the voice is only coming because you're vulnerable, because you feel like you look like shit. And like I said, is it the mirror doesn't start first? You have to say, look, I'm that bitch in that mirror. I've been through a mental illness. I will take whatever body I have, and I will love it, and I will look after it, and I'll never put it back in that position ever again. And you just got to find some sort of way to speak to yourself with kindness, not in the sense where it feels like a lie, but in the sense where you really mean it, like, yep, never going to do that to you again, girl. I feel like shit today, but I'm going to wear something that makes me feel good. I'm going to make myself look nice instead. I'm going to ask mum and dad if they want to go out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for a coffee. Like, you'll find things that you want to do that doesn't depend on what your body looks like. There's no point hyper focusing on it. If you have a bad day and you hate yourself and you look like shit, it's just a bad day. You move on. You don't let it dictate yourself. You don't let it dictate how you are, how much you're worth. You're like, I'm a woman. I look different all the time. How much water I've drunk, if I'm on my period, if whatever I've eaten, like, I'm always different. It's always fluctuating. And if I was to constantly keep tabs of my body, so I'd go insane. I would go insane, and it would take me down a very bad path. And life's too short for me to always focus on my body. I've spent years doing that, and it took me through a mental illness. So I'm never going to put myself through that state again. So you want that self-leadership back. So give that as yourself. Give yourself that as a thought of, I want to be my own self-leader. I want to, like, the goal is to not never have bad body image days. Like, you're only human. The goal is to become the person who is in control of what you do with that feeling. I eat when I feel bloated. Your goal is to be able to eat when you feel bloated, when you feel like shit, when you feel like not going out, when you feel like no one's seeing you. You still need to be able to eat. The goal is to be able to be the one to say, okay, I feel like this, but I'm still going to eat. I'm still going to eat. I'm still going to eat, because you are a human. Eating is essential. Eating is necessary. We are all different human beings. Our bodies know what they are doing, and you are so deserving. The version of you with self-leadership will understand that if you only trust yourself on the easy days, or the days that you feel like are easier and everything's great, and you only trust yourself on those days, you don't really trust yourself yet. Or if you only let yourself eat on the days that you feel smaller, or like more able to have a bit more food today, or like because you look smaller you think, oh, actually today I might be allowed more, that still shows that rules are still ruling your life for you. Like, you need to be the one to be able to say, things might not always stay the same. Things might feel different. I might go through different emotions, but I always choose to nourish myself. So, my lovely, lovely people, if you are going through a stage of bloating, tummy troubles, discomfort, body changing, dealing with changes, please let this be your sign that this is not a sign for you to go back. This is not a sign for you to choose your old ways. This is not a sign for you to give up on yourself now. These signs and this moment is the exact moment that you can choose to take the path to become the free version of yourself that you want to become. This is your chance. This is your chance. This is your chance to choose. The person who leads themselves, the person who's getting their control back, the person who's saying yes to freedom, the person who really believes in their heart that they are deserving. Like, this is the moment that you stay. This is the moment that you stay. It's temporary. You can get through it. You are finally deciding that a bad moment, a bad feeling in your body doesn't get to dictate your whole future, doesn't get to decide how to nourish yourself. Because I can assure you, freedom and food freedom is not found when your body feels like easy to be in and like, oh yeah, this feels fine actually. It's found when you still stick around and you still turn up and you still show your resilience and you still choose to nourish yourself on the days that it feels impossible. And if that feels so far off from you right now, then even just choosing one thing, 1% that you can go against that voice today, then you should still even be so proud of yourself. But the one main thing is that bloating, tummy troubles, body changing, normal, part of the process. You cannot give up now. You cannot give up now. I'm so incredibly proud of you, and I just know you are gonna find yourself. I know you're gonna find yourself, and I know you're gonna find food freedom, and I'm sending you all the love and strength in the world as always. And I really hope this episode helped you dealing with a bit of your tummy issues, bloating, bad body image days, and again, so grateful for all your love and support. Thank you again for listening, and my next episode I'll actually be away on holiday, which is super fun, so I might be filming from a different background, which seems a bit rogue, but I hope you can forgive me. So see you soon, and thanks for listening.